company, part of the Southern Charm team, and today I've got the pleasure of being with Shawn Workman from Veterans United. Do a lot of deals with them. So he's just going to tell us a little bit about himself and talk about the VA loan process. And so, Shawn, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Sure. So I've been in the mortgage industry about 20 years. In the military, this October will be 29 years. So I do know the military side and VA loans.
All right.
But I'm excited to be here today.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited too. So the first question, and most military people that are in serving currently probably already know that they're eligible for the VA loan as long as they're not getting discharged or something like that. But who else is eligible? Just so general public can know.
Sure. So it depends. Anybody that serves in the military, there are rules on how long you have to serve. But if you do have a question on whether or not you're qualified, we can pull what's called a certificate of eligibility for you and determine whether or not you're qualified.
All right. Cool. And how is the VA loan different from, like, say, a FHA or conventional loan?
Yeah. So the VA loan, in my opinion, is by far the best loan out there. And the reason is, there's no down payment.
Right.
And there's no private mortgage insurance. So most loans out there, unless you're putting 20% down, you're going to pay private mortgage insurance, which can be significant. FHA, for instance, PMI stays on the loan, the life of the loan, it never goes away. VA, they have funding fee in some cases up front, but again, you don't have to pay that out of pocket, they roll that into the loan, but you avoid that PMI. So it's a pretty amazing product.
And the VA funding fee, I just had a question about that. So is it a standard fee, or does it depend on the sales price of the loan?
Yeah, so it's a standard fee, but it depends on whether it's a first time use, your second time use. If you had any disability, so if you got out of the military and had at least 10% disability, you don't pay a funding fee at all.
Oh, right.
And again, your lender can explain the different fees required.
That's excellent. It's 80%, so I'm good.
There you go.
All right. So how much can you borrow with a VA? I mean, I heard some numbers kicked around, but you can tell us definitively how much can you borrow with a VA?
Well, it used to be there was a certain loan limit for the country. So if you lived in San Francisco, obviously you could buy a bigger VA loan than if you lived in Spanish Jordan. But as of January 1st of this year, VA said there is no more loan limits. Whatever you qualify for, they'll finance you.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty nice. If you qualify for $1 million, guess what?
Dang.
$1 million.
Nice.
Now, if you already have a VA loan, a lot of people don't know this, but if you already have a VA loan, you can get another VA loan, so you can have two at one time. There are some rules on that, but again, pretty easy to explain. And you can use more, and again, you can also use it more than once. Some people think, if I use my VA loan, then I've lost it. I've done it. You can use it as many times as you want.
Well, so say, for instance, I have a home in Virginia. I'm PCSing from, say, Fort Eustis or Fort Lee or wherever in Virginia. I come to Savannah. I want to buy a house. I have a house up there that was my primary residence. Now I'm going to come down here and this is going to be the primary residence. Is it an issue to get a VA loan, even with the second loan and you already have a house and all that stuff?
No, there's not an issue, but we would have to check and see how much eligibility you have left to purchase the next house down here. So we pull what's called your certificate of eligibility, and then there's some calculations we do. It says, okay, you bought the house up here for this amount, you have this much down here to buy a new house. Now, one thing that confuses a lot of people is they say, okay, I've got, let's say for instance, it's $200,000 left, that's all I can do. VA says you can buy a bigger house for more than $200,000, but anything over $200,000, you've got to put 25% down of that. So for instance, let's say you found a house you love for $240,000, but you only have $200,000 eligibility left. Well, that $40,000 difference, you got to put $10,000 down, but you can still get that loan.
Okay. All right.
So nobody confuses anybody.
No, that makes loads of sense. Yeah, no, I like that. Okay, cool. And so, how long does it typically take for you guys to close a VA loan?
Yeah, now all lenders, you want to check with your lender because they're different. But Veterans United, once we have a contract, we close it in 30 days. There's some lenders out there right now because of the refinance business and everything that's going on, they're taking 45 to 60 days to close a loan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. And how long does it take to pre-qualify? So say I call you today and say, hey, I want to buy this house tonight. How long does it take to pre-qualify?
So there's two different things we do. The first one is your pre-qual. So we pre-qualify you. That simply means we're taking an application, whether it's over the phone, online. We don't do as much in person, obviously, with COVID now. But once we get that application, which would take you literally 15, 20 minutes to fill out, we can look at it, we pull credit, and if everything looks good, we're pre-qualified. Then, as soon as we get your income and asset statements uploaded into our system, then we can issue the pre-approval. So it can all happen within 24 hours.
24 hours, okay. All right, great. So if you're looking to buy a home tonight, you probably should have talked to Shawn about 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, the sooner you get pre-qualified, a lot of people have this misnomer about looking at homes, and that just so that for you people watching this, the first step in buying a home is seeing someone like Shawn, because then you know what your buying power is when you're going to go look at a home and you're not looking for homes out of your price range or maybe well below your price range and you didn't even know it. So definitely call Shawn or any other lenders before you go and looking at homes, because that will help you determine what house you could buy. Is there any special paperwork that they need to turn in for you guys during the pre-qual process?
It's your typical pay stubs or LES, bank statements, W-2s, your D-214s, so we can pull your certificate of eligibility, but the basic stuff it shouldn't be a problem for the VA.
What about like a commander's note saying they're in the military or anything like that?
Sometimes you need that, the way your lender tells you. It just depends on when your ETS date is compared to what you're in now, because the VA wants to make sure that the money they're going to loan you is based on the income you're going to have, and it's not going to end in a couple months because you're getting out.
Okay.
That's an example.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Okay, so obviously being a third ID in this area, Hunter and Stewart, we get third ID deployed all the time. I know I was in third ID for almost 18 years. So now they're deployed. Their wife's here or their husband's here. They're deployed. They're looking at houses online. What kind of process do you need to go through if they want to buy the home before the soldier comes back?
Sure. So the nice thing is nowadays everything's electronic. So you e-sign. There are some stuff you have to wet signature, but most of the stuff e-sign. You upload directly onto our site from your computer, the pay stubs and all that stuff. So as long as you got an internet connection, there's not a big issue. The other thing, though, that you got to keep in mind is your spouse will have to sign for you a power of attorney. Well, the attorney's office needs that original POA at closing. So, for instance, somebody's in Germany. One of the first things you do after you get pre-qualified and you're getting ready to purchase is get that POA done so they can email it to that soldier deployed. They can sign it and mail it back to us. So we need that original copy.
And so I know before deployment you go through your stuff to get, all your legal stuff. A general power of attorney will in essence do
yes
that for
and
them?
no.
Okay.
It will if the soldier that they're signing for, so the soldier in Germany, the spouse, as long as that soldier signed the initial contract and the initial paperwork from the mortgage side, then yes, the general power of attorney, that's fine. If they haven't done that or they couldn't for whatever reason, then you're going to have to get a specific power of attorney.
Okay.
And the reason is the VA wants to make sure that soldier, military person knows what's happening back home.
So I got a question real quick, because I dealt with this with a soldier that got deployed. He's in Ranger back. They had to do a call-in check or email verification. Is like right before closing. That's still a thing?
Yes, it's called the alive and well statement. That's just making sure they're alive and well on the day of closing.
All right. So if you're going to deploy and you're looking to buy a house, you're going to make sure you have the ability to either reply to email, right?
No, it's usually a phone call.
Phone call. Okay, so you got to be able to make a phone call somehow. But anymore when you're deployed, you have access to your phone. So, but make sure you're ready for that, because you'll have to do that before they close on the house. All right. And so this is probably going to be one of the major questions that they have is, are you guys good at closing VA loans?
Well, I think we are. Half of my office is either been in the military, or related to somebody in the military. So we got a lot of experience. We've all PCS. We know that we've all deployed. So we know what those soldiers are going through. Also, Veterans United Home Loans is the largest VA lender in the nation, and we're the largest VA lender in this area. So we know our VA. About 90% of our stuff is VA.
No, there you go. Yep. So if you need a VA loan, you know where to go. All right, so, with the whole COVID stuff coming on, and just, we're in August now of 2020. So this could change in a month. But is there any special things for COVID that you guys do, or has nothing changed?
You know, we're not in the office as much as we were, that's for sure. And most of our face-to-face appointments are gone. But with today's technology, everything, we're closing, we actually closed more this April when everybody's on lockdown than we've ever closed in the 9 years we've been here. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So COVID hasn't slowed them down. It shouldn't slow you guys down either from buying a house. Rates are insane. I know you can't put specifics out there, but if the most qualified person had a perfect credit score, what are the rates looking like right now?
You know, as of yesterday, I looked at rates today. If you had 720 plus credit score, you're looking at like 2.25.
Woo!
2 and 3/8. So yeah, rates are, this is the lowest they've ever been in the history of mortgages. So good time to buy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, you know, just like Veterans United, I served in the military, so I know what you guys are going through too. I've actually sold a bunch of houses to people that are, you know, coming here, PCSing. So I know what you guys are going through. Shawn knows what you guys are going through. We know it's a difficult process, especially when one spouse is at home and just trying to take care of everything. You know, we can take the burden off you from buying a home so that it's easy peasy. You ain't got to worry about it. But Shawn, I just want to thank you for sitting with me and taking an interview. And if you guys are looking to buy a home, give me a call. Give Shawn a call, and the information will be in the description below. If you like the video, please press like. Comment down below with your questions, and subscribe to my channel if you want to. But all right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks.